Shalom.
Shalom.
All right. All honor, praise, and glory be to the Heavenly Father in the name of His Son, Yahweh Basham, Yahweh Shah, Wahaka Shaka, Wadi Hawa Basham Yahweh Shah, for giving me the Holy Spirit, which allowed me to come and do this lesson. Continue the series. And that's the 42nd volume of Up and Adam, with double honors to the apostles and elders at the great millstone of Israel, and peace and blessings to all the, all the hopefully elect elders out here, true teachers, true prophets, those aiding in the ministry in truth and sincerity. All right. And those people, the people slated to be saved, hoping to be saved, which would be the elect and 1/3 of the Israelite race, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians that have repented, and are back in the truth of the matter. And that's the fact that you're a Hebrew Israelite, and our Heavenly Father's name is Yahweh. And His Son's name, is Yahweh Shah. And we must do all things in the name of Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shah, in the name of Yahweh Shah. All right. So Shalom. All right. So just jumping straight into this. This is in wake of pretty much a response, or I responded poorly. And this is, a reminder, first and foremost, to myself. There's no excuse, when it's all said and done, there's no excuse. There's no, way the Lord won't be justified all the way around. All right. And once, he sends Yahweh Shah back and etc. All right. And he ends everything. So this 42nd volume is going to be going into what this truth this truth teaches us to act and respond accordingly to situations, people, and it's all about accurately, it literally teaches us to act and respond accordingly, to situations, people, spirits, saints in the ministry, and times, the times we live in. This truth teaches us, the accurate responses or actions when dealing with facing certain situations, when pretty much amongst people / certain people or spirits, when dealing with particular spirits, certain spirits, also saints in the ministry, and, the times. It tells us all of this. So this is a reminder, and get back, man. It's like get back. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just that's all it's about. So I'm gonna go ahead and kick it off with my first scripture, because I want to just prove these things to be true. All right. Because you should be starting your day, you know what I'm saying, as far as what you consume, spiritually, or in general, with what really the thing, mental game. All right. So let's go ahead and go into this first scripture. So for example, let's kick it off with this. The Lord, He gave us a banner of truth. I'm going to bring these scriptures out real quick. Psalm 60:4, it says, "Thou hast given a banner to them that fear thee." See, that it may be displayed because of the truth. So that's what the banner is for. The banner is the truth. A banner shows something. It shows what something is. It's pretty much nutshell it, a standard, an ensign, a rallying point, as a rallying point. Look that up real quick. Someone or something that makes people join together to support a person. And what's that person? Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shah. cause, which is the redemption of Yasha'Allah, which is Yahweh Shah, he's Yasha'Allah, and the Lord's children is Yasha'Allah. All right. It says, etc. His promise to improve education has become a rallying point for his supporters. So this banner is to do. This banner is to pretty much act as a rallying point to do what? To show our people, it's better. It's better ways to be. Is lift up your standards. It's stop thinking like that. Don't allow yourself to think that that's it. Like we just niggas, so we go and hit the highways and byways and give our bodies as a living sacrifice. You see what I'm saying? See, that's why I say thou has given a banner to them that fear thee, that it may be displayed because of the truth. And this is a part of the banner right here, this lesson, all right, which is showing you what being a rallying point for this truth teaches us, you see, to act and respond, you see, accordingly to situations, people, spirits, saints in the ministry and times. See that? So this is a rallying point for that, a reminder of that, exhortation, that admonishment for that. There is no excuse. So this is because it says that it may be displayed or shown because of the truth. This banner, it only pushes truth. It's a rallying point for the truth in all matters. Salah. All right. Let's go here. Matthew 11. Bringing that scripture out more. Matthew 11 and 26. Lord said, "Come to me." See that? It says, Matthew 11 and 25. I'm started at that time. Yahweh answered and said, "I thank thee, O Father, Lord of heaven and earth, because thou hast hid these things from the wise and prudent," because it's two wisdoms. It's the Lord's wisdom, the true wisdom, and the world's wisdom, which is false wisdom, and prudent. Which is two prudent. Two ways. It's the same thing with that. But anyway, and has like for example, me and the brother was watching the Afghanistan situation, which America's going to play a part in evacuating because the Taliban is pretty much taking over. Ishmael is taking back over their lands, which is where obviously America has a an embassy at or a garrison. You see, basically they have hijacked and put some form of their government there to where they're benefiting off of that being the case, running that place. And they end up saying that since the Taliban has been pretty much doing what they've been doing, America's gonna go over there. They're gonna send the troops that they brought back in. They deploy them back out to basically tell the people of Afghanistan they gotta leave the country, their own country. People that's all the way in America, across the world, across the globe, in the Western Hemisphere, going all the way to the East, and tell these people to leave their country, so-called white man. And he ended up saying that would be prudent to do. How would that be prudent to do? And that's once again the so-called white man who nobody likes, dipping his nose where he ain't got no business. But you think that's prudent being, a good move for your future, showing or acting with care, for in regard to the future. How? Now you're just making people, in the East want to just bomb you even more. So that's not, but he said that would be prudent. So that wouldn't be prudent, So anyway, it says, and has revealed them. So it's two prudences, if you will. It says, and have revealed them unto babes. So at that time, Yahweh answered and said, I thank thee, O Lord, Father, O Lord of heaven and earth, because thou hast hid these things from the wise and prudent, and hast revealed them unto babes. See that? And what things? The things that actually make you wise and prudent. Have you actually, show and act with care in a way that will positively affect your future, a minute from that point, a second from that point, 5 minutes from that point, two days from that point, a day from that point, you know, some hours later, you know, true prudence will have that 5 hour, your five hours later for you, you know, be a good time. You see what I'm saying? Because prior to it, you was acting with prudence. You see that? You was acting with care and showing care, acting and showing. You were showing and acting with care for, you know, your next 5 hours. You know, later it says it has revealed them unto babes. So people don't get that. Even so, Father. So, and what are where are those things at? They're in these scriptures, and that's what we're going into. This truth teaches us to act and respond accordingly to situations. You see, people, saints, spirit saints in the ministry and times. Even so, Father, for it seemed so good, for so it seemed good in thy sight. And how does he reveal them? I mean, Slock, how has he hit them in this book? They say if you want to hide anything from nigga, put it in a book, man. You see that? This little book. Even so, Father, for so it seemed good in thy sight. All things are delivered unto me of my Father, and no man. Let me jump to the point. Yeah, all things are delivered unto me of my Father. So Yahushua, he know all things, except when he coming back. You know, and that's the only thing the Lord kept in his own power. So that wouldn't be a contradiction. That would be just everything. All things are all things. All things is everything. How can I say this? Except the Lord knowing when he come back. The Lord is the only thing he kept in his you know, his own, you know. So that doesn't go with all things. You know, everything else is all things. See that? But anyway, it says, come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon me and learn of me, take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. So you're going to have peace with dealing with this. You see that? And that's what? That's the word, man. Because Yahushua the word. He said, my yoke is easy and my burden is light. So you basically want to work for Yahushua. You see what I'm saying? You want to put work in. You want to work with this word. You know, it's not hard. It's light. You know? Yeah, you got to follow instructions, but that's light. And then it's going to actually allow us to get rest. You see what I'm saying? So once again, this truth teaches us to act and respond accordingly to situations, people, spirit saints in the ministry and times. All right, let's get another one. You know, like I say in the show, I saved a bunch of money by switching over to Geico. Let's get what's the things when people get a review? I forget what they call. You know, but Paul, this would be his review after using, you know, this. Okay. After applying this word, it says, see, verse 12, Philippians 4:12, I know how to be abased and I know how to abound. You see, everywhere and in all things. See, I am instructed both to be full and to be hungry, and both to abound and to suffer needs. You see, I can do all things through Hamashiach, which strengthened me. So Paul is saying he learned how to what? Do all things, which would be act what? Act and respond accordingly to situations, people, spirits, saints in the ministry, and the times, man. See that? He know how to both abase. He know when to go low. He know what times when to go low. He know at times when to abound. You know, when to save more, when to do more. You know, he know who to do that with, who not to do that with, what particular spirits. You see, you know, he knows how to abase himself due to certain saints in the ministry. You see that? Like how it says, you know, don't take the chiefest seat, you know, something like that, because then you know, when a man greater comes up, you know, you got to get told to scoot out. You know, that's embarrassing. So that's why you take the low, knowing that what you are among you know, Lord, men of the Lord. You know, you are around you are around renowned men. All right. So it's better in that case to, fall back to let it play out than you trying to sit up here and do something in that situation because you'll get embarrassed. Like, all right, just watch out real quick, bro. Now you gotta, you know, excuse me, sister, you out here trying to teach, and then here come the men of the Lord that dedicate their life to this, and you want to run your mouth, you're gonna get embarrassed. That's why it's better to just be quiet in the church because you'll get ashamed on yourself. These men know these scriptures, heavy left in and out. Like you know what you know, but you should never put yourself in that. You should know when you should know. Okay, I need to be a base. That these are the men of the Lord. These men know, what they, especially ones that's not the ones that's not slothful, because we're not talking about slothful men. We're talking about the diligent. All right. But anyway, it says, so you need to know when to be a base. You see that? Those are times when you be a base, and you need to know when to abound. When to help more. You see what I'm saying? When to who to help more, etc. And then you want to do this. Then we're gonna get into the lesson because it's not even a lesson just yet. Got some examples I'll get out to say. This is 1 Corinthians 14 and 40. And it reads, let all things be done decently. See, let all things be done. See, we keep talking about all things. That's why this truth is a banner to be displayed because of the truth, because it's the truth. You see, it's a rallying point, man. Let all things be done decently in order to tell you how to do all things, and it say let all things be done decently in order, meaning what? That goes into accordingly and to accurately. When you go into the word decently, you get the word what? In a seemly, you get the meaning in a seemly matter. See, honestly, decorously, in a seemly matter. Let's get that word decently real quick. See, in a way. Decently. Word. All right. Word. All right. Okay, so yeah, in a way that conforms with generally accepted standards of respectable, you see, generally accepted. You got to do things decently, meaning everything you do should be according, everything you do should be only in a way that will be accepted. Always and with all things, that's how we are to do. And then you're supposed to conform when you're doing anything, you see, to what is it will be accepted. You see, and that's accordingly. You got to see this truth teaches us to act and respond accordingly. So when you're acting, if it's a certain way you got to act in a situation, it should be in a way that's going to be accepted. Like how they say killers respect killers. And I hate using carnal examples like that, but they're just easy. If you want to, iron sharpeneth iron, so you need to become like iron. Bruce Lee has a saying that says that be like the water. The water becomes, you need to conform. In order imagine if water didn't do that. Here it is, you trying to put water in your pot and it doesn't conform. Matter of fact, let me grab that real quick. Con. He said, empty your mind. See, empty your mind. See that? That's why I say all the ways in man's all the ways in man's heart is right in his own eyes, but the end are the ways of death. Man's ways are right in his own eyes, but the end is the ways of death. That's why I say lean not into that own mind. It tells us that in Sirach, the 5th chapter. Let me grab that scripture real quick. Once again, it's a reminder to me first and foremost, and then you. This is Sirach 5:2. Follow not thine own mind. You see, follow not thine own mind in thy strength. So this is true what he said, to walk in the ways of thy heart. See that? He said, it says, empty your mind, be formless, shapeless, like water. You need to be able to be moldable, man. The Lord, you got to be able to correctly maneuver through this life, through different situations, and you do different encounters with people and etc. Different days, different moments, different temperatures, different ups and downs. You might, be balling this time. You might be down this time. You might be whatever, in order to, maneuver through all that stuff godly, as a child of Yasha Allah, right? You need to what? You need to be formless. You need to be shapeless. You need to be moldable, man. You need to be able to conform to what it will be according. You see, will be decently in order, man. You see? So he said, empty your mind, be formless, be shapeless like water. See? Now you put water in a cup. Now you put water in a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water in a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. You see that? Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend. Exactly. You need to be able to be moldable. You need to be able to conform. Going back to what was just brought out. Let's see something real quick. It's a lot. Okay, this is in a way that conforms with generally in a way that conforms, going into conform. You need to be, that's what water does. Water conforms. Okay, conform. See? Comply with rules or laws. Obey, observe, follow, keep to, hold to. See that? So you need to comply with what the scriptures say, man. You need to comply to what will be right in these particular situations. So that's really what it's going into. That's what it means to be decently in order. You see that? All right. You need to fit. You need to be suit. You need to be able to fit that moment. That needed word. That needed response. Going back into decently in a way that conforms with generally accepted standards of respectable or moral behavior to an acceptable or comfortable standard, satisfactorily. Okay, see, correctly. When you're doing things decently, you're actually doing it. Well, yeah, because these are synonyms. It'll be correctly. You always doing what's correct for that moment. You see that? So that's why I say do all things decently in order. So if you are whatever it calls for in that moment, that's what you need to do. Like I said, if you're in a teapot situation, you always the water, and all the water gotta go in a teapot. So it's gonna go in a teapot by what? Taking shape. It's gonna conform to what's accepted. Only thing that's accepted to go in a teapot is the shape that's there. Only thing that's acceptable go in that cup is the shape of that cup. You see, that's the only thing that's gonna fit. That's the only thing that's gonna work. So that water molds perfectly, and it takes the shape of the cup. And now you're able to have water in your cup, continue like a pretty much what's the word I want to say, man? Everything all good, ain't no issues, man. All right. But anyway, so let me go ahead and get to these scriptures. All right, so Salakia. So for example, we're gonna go into certain situations where the scriptures show us our Lord how he act like a different situation. So Yahweh Shai, he responded to a particular situation like this. Yeah, he went in there whooping ass, man. Let me see if I can get this. Yeah, I'm gonna just get this one. This is Mark 11 and 15, and they came to Jerusalem, and Yahushua went into the temple and began to cast out them. This is a situation that sold and bought in the temple. You see, here it is. He run into a situation, or he get word that one's in there, hustling in the temple. The temple that Solomon set up, man. It was, put on David's heart to have done and acted out by Solomon. That we just got back, by the way. You see what I'm saying? Because this is post Maccabees. We rededicated the temple on the holiday known as the high holy day, Hanukkah, what people call Hanukkah, which people call Hanukkah. See that? It says, and they come to Jerusalem, and Yahushua went into the temple and began to cast out them that sold and bought in the temple, and overthrew the tables of the money changers. You see, and overthrew the tables of the money changers and the seats of them that sold doves. Now, why would he do that? To show how serious this is. And this is not allowed by any means, man. So he went in there flipping stuff over, man. That was the situation. It was a situation for him to completely rebuke them sharply, man, that they may be sound in the faith, like let you know this is not tolerated by any means. As it tells us, Titus 1 and 13, it says, this witness is true. You see, wherefore rebuke them sharply, that they may be sound in the faith. You see, not giving heed to Jewish fables, and commandments of men that turn from the truth, because really all this be going into, really the fake Jews, man, which was, the Israelites that was just Jews outwardly, man. That's really initially what it's talking about, And then you got these so-called, which at the time, you had, fake Jews living there that was probably Edomites, because goddamn, that's why Yahushua had told the 12 not to go into the cities of the Sumerians, because I believe in 1 Kings, the 16th chapter, that was due to, the heathens that were placed there during the time when the northern kingdom was driven out into Assyria. Which I'm gonna check real quick, because I want to make sure I said that right. So this is 1 Kings. It might be actually. No, it ain't 1 Kings. Let me see. It might be 2 Kings 16. Let me see something real quick. But yeah, I forget which chapter it is off the top of my head right now. But yeah, that's how you got, that situation happened, because that's when matter of fact, let me see something real quick. Yeah, 2 Kings 17. This it right here. 2 Kings 17 and the 17th chapter. Yeah, when the king of Assyria, he went up to Jerusalem and he took the northern kingdom. You see that? So verse 5, then the king of Assyria came up throughout all the land and went up to Samaria and besieged it 3 years. Israel captive. See that? Why Israel fell. And then eventually, look, the cities of Israel filled with strangers. See that? Going into the northern kingdom. So yeah, so that's how you got that. So when you go back, because this ain't about that, all right? So when you go back into this, it's going into them Jakes, not giving heed to Jewish fables and commandments of men that turn from the truth. Them Pharisees, he stayed rebuking. All right. So that's why I said, let this witness is true, rebuke them sharply that they may be sound in faith, because they thought they could keep doing what they was doing, not knowing, because everybody was lukewarm. Most people weren't hot. And then Yahushua came and he had that banner, that rallying point. Nah, this shit gotta stop. Then you just, and it's gonna stop. It's the Lord. It says, and overthrew the tables of and they came to Mark 11 and 15, and they came to, see how much time I got. Shalom, Yahweh Bashmi Shah, Wahagadash Brakatah. All right. This Mark 11 and 15. It says, and they come to Jerusalem, and Yahushua went into the temple and began to cast out them that sold and bought in the temple, and overthrew the tables of the money changers, see, and the seats of them that sold doves, you see, and would not suffer that any man should carry any vessel through the temple. They want I'm not hearing that. Like Yahushua went in there and shut everything, he was flipping shit over, and then he sent it up. Yahushua, he went in there and sent it up because that was the moment. So that was decently in order for that moment, man. That's what will be accepted, and it was accepted. You see, and he taught, saying unto them, is it not written, my house should be called of all nations the house of prayer, but ye have made it a den of thieves? You see that? And the scribes and chief priests, see, heard it and saw how they might destroy him, for they feared him. You see, they feared him. They fell down, man. They fell back, but they was plotting. It says, because all the people was astonished at his doctrine, meaning that got the point home, man. That's why you rebuke Jake sharply when you need to, man. So that was Yahushua. He was what? He was acting and responding accordingly to a particular situation. And even in this, and even in a sense, people slash certain spirits, because you had different spirits to why he did that, because there's certain scenarios where you probably won't do it, but you'll watch how far you go, because it's a particular spirit that might not suffer it, in a way that will be only conducive for everybody. He might try to send it up with you, but you ain't trying to do that much. You got to have discernment for all of that. Every little thing, what I'm saying, got to be all decently in order. They got to all come together for what's correct in that moment. So you got to conform. You see, he conformed to, what was right. He ain't fall back. You know what? My people, they just, nah. My people going off, and I'm going to show them they going off. You see, saints in the ministry also in times. All right. But that's basically that. And it's the particular one I want, because he really went in there. Trying to find it. All right. Yes, sir. Let me see something. That cat of nine tails. Act like I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. All right, let me see. Let's see if they get me that. What the heck? No, that's the wrong one. Sorry. Yeah, they got this fake picture. When he did this right here, St. John, second chapter, 13. Yeah, kind. This is a different situation too, right here. And the Jews' Passover was at hand, and Yahushua went up to Jerusalem. You see, that's why it's called Jewish fables, because the Jews was making up stuff. So it was Jewish. It wasn't really the stuff of the Jews or the Israelite way. You know, it was the commandments of men. And now you got Edomites that have completely taken over that title, because Jake completely fell away from being Jews. You know, and Esau was there from when he was there, when they was placed there. You know, but anyway, it says, and found in the temple those that sold oxen and sheep and doves and the changers of money sitting. And when he had made a scourge of small cords, he drove them out all out of the temple, and the sheep and the oxen, and poured out the changers' money and overthrew tables. So he went in there and started whooping ass. You know what I'm saying? That's what he started doing. Let's say Yahushua was gangster. See that? You know, so you gotta know, you gotta know, you know, you need to respond to certain scenarios, man. He was in there whipping ass, man. You know that's some iconoclasm right there. You know, but anyway, so let me go ahead and close out. This is moving on. It's another one. I want to say is Mark 9. What's that? Mark 9. He responded to something else. What did I have for that? Let me see. I don't even remember what I had for this one. But yeah, Yahushua, he had a lot of situations where he will respond, you know, accordingly. You know, I had one in Mark 9, but I don't even remember what it was. Let's get another one on Yahushua real quick. The temptation of Yahushua, Matthew 4:4. It says, and when a tempter 4:3, it says, and when a tempter came to him, he said, if thou be the Son of God, command that these stones be made bread. But he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of God. So he was responding, you know, accordingly. All right. So we're gonna jump down to the point, and it says, verse 9, and saith unto him, all these things will I give thee if thou wilt fall down and worship me. Then said Yahushua unto him, get thee hence, Satan. You know, he's like, enough. All right, for it is written, thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, and him only shalt thou serve. You trying to, so basically, you know, this was I need to make more sense in this situation. So that's how I need to respond and act. You know, I need to act like what you telling me don't make sense. You see what I'm saying? I need to go more. I need to conform more to a mental, into more of a on an intellectual level. You trying to show me all this stuff, but look, I'm the Lord and I'm about to get it all anyway. So it's not, you know, basically it was more reason. So, and he had to put a little bit of complete enough is enough behind it. But it was more so intellectual situation. You see what I'm saying? And then due to the spirit, the particular spirit he was dealing with, which is Satan, the prince of the air, he had to rebuke him completely. So he told him, get thee hence, like get the hell out of here, man. The fuck on, Satan. Then the devil leaveth him. And behold, angels came and ministered unto him. All right, so we move on. So let's see. So those are situations that was just covering some spirits. And matter of fact, let's go ahead and go a little bit more into particular spirits, right? Proverbs 14:7. Contrast the upright and the wicked. It say Proverbs 14:7, which is proverbs. These are actions that are for you. Pro meaning for, verb meaning action. So these are actions, positive actions, man. Conducive actions, actions that are for us to do. That's what perverts is. They're a bunch of actions, man. Ways for us to be. So Proverbs 14:6, 14:7. Go from the presence of a foolish man. You see, when thou perceivest not in him the lips of knowledge. So you want to get away from somebody that's a damn fool. You see? All right. And you know if a man a fool based off of they talking, who to waste your time on. They talk about the trial of men. Let me grab that scripture real quick. It say, commend none before you have heard them speak, for this is the trial of every man. I just want to prove that. Yep. So Sirach 27:7. It says, what? Praise no man before thou hearest him speak, for this is the trial of man. Basically, what's the verdict gonna be? Is it if you a fool or not? Based off how you talking, we gonna know. And once we perceive and you are, through the trial, which is me letting you talk. As soon as I hear, the conversation over with. Why? This is Proverbs 26. You look, similitudes, instructions. It say what? Verse 4. It says, answer not a fool according to his folly, lest thou also be like unto him. Here it is. It's a dumb conversation that he or she is trying to start. And just off the fact that you even responded to it, is you basically are in on a dumb conversation. What can you say? You see what I'm saying? Certain things don't even deserve a response, really. Yahushua didn't respond to everything the disciples was weeping over, and that's it. You see, it says, verse 5, it says, answer a fool according to his folly. Sometimes you need to correct them up, you see, lest he be wise in his own conceit. You can't let people go on thinking something. When something like if these are particular spirits, right? These are particular spirits. You got foolish spirits out here, So you probably in a situation where you could be at a grocery store, you could be on the highways, you could be doing laundry, you could be at a park, you could be order some food, you could be on the phone, order some food, you could be doing anything, and you could be getting assistance in the aisle at a store or something like that. But anyway, if it's a situation where obviously it's a particular spirit, now the trial of men. As soon as you hear these mugs, once it's like I ain't talking about just asking where something at or etc. But even in that, if a person respond back to with some folly or some madness like that, you just quit. You get the hell away from them, because you're gonna be like them. How? Because you're supposed to get away from them. But if you even talk to them, you will be a fool. Respond back to them, you will be a fool right there. So Salaki, let me go ahead and wrap this up, man. So this is continuing. It says, answer a fool according to his folly, lest he be wise in his own conceit. Sometimes you need to respond to people, so they won't get some stupid thoughts locked in their head, man. You need to respond to what people saying. It's like when somebody be like, I'm gonna jump. You don't not say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if it's a certain spirit. This is somebody that's about to do something foolish or thinking foolish that's not really foolish. They don't have the rep of being a fool on them, man. So you will say something. You know what I'm saying? Before they go on thinking something so wrong is right. All right. So let me go ahead and close out. Yeah, I've been going for, longer than I wanted to. And let's get this. Yeah, 1 Corinthians, 2 Timothy in the 5th, 1 Timothy in the 5th chapter. Galatians. No, it's a lot. 1 Peter 3 and 6. It says, verse 5, for after this manner in the old time, the holy women also who trusted in God adorned themselves, being in subjection unto their own husbands, even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord. You see, whose daughters ye are, as long as ye do well and are not afraid with any amazement. Girl, he got you in order like that. You in order. She was in order like that. She went that far. Yeah, because you want to what? You want to act and respond accordingly to certain spirits, certain people. This is your man. This is your husband. This is your Lord. This is over. This man over you. The Lord is with this man. You see what I'm saying? So he's clearly a Lord. A nigga wouldn't be no Lord, man. But you due to your ways, you could probably win him over. But if he's not getting it, the Lord gonna get rid of him. And that's just the case. That's just the case. And I say that according to the Lord's record, man. He got a record for doing that. All right. So, this is how you respond. This is another one for acting and responding to certain people, certain spirits. This is a certain person, which is, your husband. And then if he a man of the Lord, the Lord is with him. That's a particular spirit. You don't know who that man might be, man. And then this is beautiful. This is a verse 7. Likewise, the husbands dwell with them according to knowledge. According to knowledge. You see, accordingly. This truth teaches us to act and respond accordingly, man. You see? So likewise, ye husbands dwell with them, meaning live with them, according to knowledge. You see? It's supposed to be off what the knowledge is, man. How things supposed to go, how things supposed to be, how she's supposed to be, how the Lord made her, like what the scripture say, a woman, all of that, man. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be knowledge, because this woman is basically supposed to be like a duplicate you, so she can't, not have knowledge, man. She can't not have the knowledge of Yahweh Ba'ashmi Shah, and she be your woman. And let's just go ahead and grab that. It says, dwell with them with understanding. See that? You see? Treat your wife with understanding as you live together. She may be weaker than you are, but she is your equal partner in God's gift of new life, because she's an Israelite. Your wife's supposed to be an Israelite, further proving that. All right. Live with your wives in an understanding way. See, it's all about what's the understanding. What the Yahweh Ba'ashmi Shah say, man. You don't supposed to just let her do what the hell she want to do. Proverbs 8, the combination of wisdom. See, Proverbs 8:4, unto you, O men, I call. My voice is to the sons of men. You see, O ye simple, understand wisdom. That's the understanding wisdom. What's supposed to be done, what the Lord wants us to apply. What's the instructions? You see, what did the old our forefathers and foremothers apply? And that's what acting and recording responsibly to situations, certain people, spirits, you know, and eventually you'll see saints in the ministry in times. You see that? It says, be ye of a understanding heart. See, that's what it means by she needs to deal with them according to understanding, according to knowledge, going into understanding. All right, because you need to understand what you know, and what you're supposed to understand is wisdom. What's supposed to be applied. You see, and that's wisdom. And the scriptures tell us what wisdom, the desire of wisdom, bring you to a kingdom. You see, so this is why, because that's what you're trying to get. So you can't be not dwelling with her according to understanding. She need to know the ins and outs of what's expected, and she need to be based upon sense. Because your wife, you gotta think when back then when we were ruled, you know, you think of a king, you would have the queen right there. You see what I'm saying? Or the princess right there, man. Which basically the same thing, man. You brothers gotta get over saying that shit, man. You got a king, okay, you got a king, and the queen is mentioned. Because if we princes and she princesses, well, that's the feminine equivalent of a prince. So if it's equal on that level, how wouldn't the king? Where's the king? Where's the queen? Now I don't go on to say that she's going to be a queen, but it do give her at least the title of a princess, you know. But anyway, but the Lord obviously just wanted like that to just show like the man is that much over you, but you are on a royal rule level, because a princess even gives rule. You know, she rules. Let me grab that real quick. And they need to understand that, which is why she needs to be dwelt with according to wisdom. All right. But if they don't want, that's why I say don't go after a like-minded woman, man. She like-minded, ain't about that. She don't need to be, you know, see, the daughter of a monarch. She's the daughter of some of the ruler. So she got rule. See, the female ruler of a small state. That's why I say that our women gonna have slaves too. She gonna be the top woman. She gonna be ruling over everybody, man. You see, with her husband. You know, princess is defined as a woman who is the daughter of a king or queen. You see, so I like say all the time that the women is they the daughters of gods. So that you say the whole goddess shit, but really, why wouldn't you want these sisters on that level, man? You know, she not over you. We're not saying that, or equal. You know, but the banner it's a rallying point, man. It's higher standards being set for a woman that she need to understand she needs to attain to. You know, those are standards. Right now, the standards of our women low, man. Proverbs 8:6, it says, I'm gonna jump down to the point. 6 and 8. Yeah, beautiful. Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 9. Unto you, therefore, O kings, do I speak, that ye may learn wisdom and not fall away. See, that's why the understanding is supposed to be what? Wisdom. Proverbs 8:5. O ye simple, understand wisdom, and ye fools, be ye of an understanding heart. You see? So you're supposed to understand wisdom. And the Lord ultimately, as he said, he's understanding. Verse 14. The counsel is mine and sound wisdom. That's where you get the wisdom from, and the counsel. I am understanding. And you're going to get the understanding of wisdom through the wisdom he's going to give you, which is in this book. So you're supposed to understand the wisdom he gives us, because it is understanding. That's the true understanding. I am understanding. I have strength. All right. Going back to the point, you know, 1 Peter 3:6. Slakia. 7. Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge. Knowledge going into what? Understanding, really. You see? In the NKJV, husbands likewise dwell with them with understanding, giving honor to the wife as to the weaker vessels. You see? But anyway, let's get a different one. Yeah, NLT. In the same way, you husbands, because ones do that like she's supposed to just be weak, man. Get out of here. Ain't gonna be no weakness in the kingdom, which we on the way to, which through this understanding. That's why we're supposed to understand wisdom, you know, and the understanding is wisdom. That's why, you know, you want to dwell with them according to understanding, because the understanding is wisdom, and it say what about wisdom? This is wisdom, Slaki, wisdom of Solomon 6 and 20. Therefore, the desire of wisdom bring it to a kingdom. You see, you'll have an estate running if you dwelling with your house. This your king. That's your kingdom. Right. That's the beginning of. Those are pretty much for a foreshadow of how your kingdom would be. You know, so if you got order going on in it, you know what I'm saying? You got unity going on in it. You know what I'm saying? You got the ways of Yahweh Shah going on in it, you know, and the limitless thinking of Yahweh Shah going on in it, and the blessings and abundance, you know, and procuring of things. Just a you got that, you working on that now. That's just gonna be just a foreshadow of what's to come, you know, because that's what's gonna be in the kingdom, for continuing kingdom, everlasting kingdom, you know, due to having that understanding, you know, peace, you know, joy, you know, love, understanding, knowledge, all that, man. That's why you want to dwell with them according to knowledge, as it say. You see, giving honor to the wife as unto the weaker vessel, and as being heirs, see, together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered. See? So that's a good way to put it. Is you know, in this. See, in NLT, in the same way, you husbands must give honor to your wives. Treat your wife with understanding as you live together. You see, and that's what the wisdom, you know, of Yahweh Shemiah Shah. That's how it's supposed to be going. And if she not with that, the Lord gonna get rid of her, man. It says she may be weaker than you are, but it's gonna be hard to do some things. You see what I'm saying? But she nonetheless know that's her standard, you know. But she is your equal partner in God's gift. And each day her standard should go up. Her ability is supposed to go up, man. You see, over time. It says, but she is your equal partner in God's gift of new life. Treat her as you should, so your prayers will be not hindered. And you treat people as the scriptures say, how you want them to treat you, basically, you know. And that's that. And then going into the truth teaches us how to act and respond accordingly to saints in the ministry. So, for example, let's go here. This is information you gotta know, man. This is all we gotta know. I want to say 32. Yep. So right, 32 and 3. It says, "Speak thou that art the elder." You see that? So this is you know, you want to act accordingly when you're around men that are, you know, over you, man. You see what I'm saying? That, you know, that know this truth. That have been knowing this truth longer than you, you know, and then obviously ultimately that with being older than you know what I'm saying? Like, because that man has much experience. You know, same way, you know, with sisters among sisters. The eldest woman's supposed to teach the younger woman if she's in the truth. Now, if you've been in the truth longer than her, you know, that would be innocent. You will be the elder. Really, you've been dealing with this longer than her, you know, but she may be older than you. You really her elder, man. You see what I'm saying, in a sense. And then in certain situations that you know, where it's her age that come to play, that's the elder. You see, what it concerns age, you know, physical age. That's when that will come in. All right. But yeah, so you're supposed to pretty much hey man, you're supposed to act according to that. You know what I'm saying? With certain saints in the ministry, because all saints ain't speaking. So this talking about the saints in the ministry. All Israelites ain't speak, they don't know this truth, so speak thou that art the elder, for it becometh thee. This them understanding you don't have, but with sound judgment, and hinder not music. These are the people that know the song. You see what I'm saying? Pour not out words where there is a musician, and shoot not forth wisdom out of time. Like, yeah, you should speak, but you want to act of court. You want to when it's a situation where it's an elder around that's been playing this, that know the song, you know, and been playing the song, you supposed to take the back seat. You see what I'm saying? You're supposed to act and respond in that way. You're supposed to be decently in order. You're supposed to conform to what would be accepted in that moment, you know? And then if they want you to speak, they'll be like, no, you got it. Go ahead. You know, see what I'm saying? So that's that. Okay. And then, for example, that's why you got the whole, what's that, 1 Timothy, which is why we say this. Second Timothy 2:15. Say what? Salaki, actually, 2 and nah, that's 2 Timothy 3:15. Now what's that? No, I'll jump right over it. Might be 18, verse 18. 5 and 17, Salaki. Second, 1 Timothy, look, concerning elders, you see, it says, let the elders that rule well be counted. See, that let the elders that rule well. That's why I said they got to have sound judgment. Speak out that are the elder, but with sound judgment, you see, and hinder not music. You know, don't keep your sword back from blood, all that, man. See, speak, young man, if there be need of thee, verse 7, Sirach 32, and yet scarcely when thou art twice asked, because you don't be pouring out music where there's musicians. You know, here it is, you are great, you just getting started. You know, you around the Stevie Wonders, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, just imagine like the best musicians, and you just somebody just now coming up, you're not gonna be trying to, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna be letting them talk and do their thing. You know, you're not gonna act like that don't make no sense, man. You've been, you know, you got it. You know, you perfected this. You know, you more of an age, taste your wine, if you will. You see? So anyway, 1 Timothy 5 and 7, let the elders that rule well be counted of double honor, especially they who labor in the word and doctrine. You see? That's a true elder. See? So that's a certain saint in the ministry, an elder who's laboring in the word and doctrine. You're supposed to have double honor unto them, man. So let's go into the word honor real quick. In the Hebrew, going back to the word chabad, you see, a valuing, meaning a valuing by which the price is fixed. Reverence. You know, you want to give, look, it says of the honor which one has by reason of rank and state of office which he holds. You know, this might be an elder teacher, elder prophet, elder apostle, elder, you know, in the herbs. You know what I'm saying? You know, how much time and attention you pay to them, because that's they say money paid, but the money is really, you know what I'm saying, your time and your attention, you know, your spirit, you know, especially of the highest degree, precious. You know, you look at them precious, man. You can't buy enough precious things, in a sense. See that? So let me go ahead and get this next one. So that was certain saints in the ministry. All right, I'm well over an hour, but it is what it is. You know, this is because this is gonna help. It's one of the ones you just play. You know, you got them everyday play videos you play. You know, that's how you're supposed to be. This thing go tripping. Yeah. First Thessalonians 5. And see, it's a Christian conduct. You know, these are the saints that's in the ministry, man. You know, how you are to conduct yourselves among other followers of Yahweh Shah, man. What's the conduct supposed to be amongst those that follow Yahweh Shah? You see, the Hamashiachim, 1 Thessalonians 5 and 12, and we beseech you, brethren, to know them, you see, which labor among you. The Lord, they say, they begging us. We need to know who's putting in work. You know, that but say they believe in Yahweh Shah, don't matter what camp they may be, the name of it, you need to know them that's truly laboring in the Lord, man. You see, and are over you in the Lord. Why wouldn't you know that? Then you run into somebody and you think you need to know, you need to know who. So you don't step on the wrong toes, and admonish you, you see, and to esteem them very highly in love, you see, for their work's sake, and be at peace among yourself. You see? So this is how you're supposed to be. You're supposed to know the men that's laboring among you, that's actually putting in the work and are over you in the Lord, you see, and to esteem them very highly. You're supposed to do that because they ain't supposed to have, they're not supposed to esteem themselves, So if you're not doing that, you're not doing, hey man, it's a rallying point right now. You see, if you're not doing these things, these are certain saints in the ministry. This is how you're supposed to act and respond to these particular saints. You see? And to esteem them very highly for their work's sake and be at peace among yourselves. You see? These men laying their life on the line, etc. They truly believe they are a true example. They not folding, they on fire. You know what I'm saying? They not fronting, they charitable. They try to do what they can to the best of their ability. You know what I'm saying? You want to know these men, period. And you're supposed to esteem them, man. Let's go to that word esteem. Because the Lord said our labor of love is not in vain, man. The word don't go out vain. You're supposed to esteem them. You're supposed to consider, deem, account, think. Because these basically make them leaders. You see? Those who's supposed to be leading. They ain't supposed to put themselves in leadership. If they doing the work, they on fire. You know what I'm saying? They truly believe to be men of the Lord. They supposed to be esteemed as the leaders, as the rulers, as the governors, those controlling in council. They're supposed to be allowed that control. You see? Period. Because they proven it that, they're supposed to be strengthened to lead, man, with official authority, supposed to help build each other up, man. Because people don't know who they is really coming back. Some people got an inkling in their spirit, but that's why you're supposed to tell people, man. That's why that's why I say in Proverbs the 26th chapter, answer a fool according to his folly, lest he be wise in his own conceit. They need want to make sure they get it right. Nah, that's wrong. You're supposed to be esteemed, bro. You one of the top men, bro. You know what I'm saying? You the head, you the rule, you in the rule, you one of the shepherds, bro. You know what I'm saying? You etc. And you got a few men that deserve that to be said to. You see what I'm saying? Period. All right. And then this is how you want to act with certain women. See? This is 1 Timothy 5:1. Rebuke not an elder, but entreat him as a father, and the younger men as brethren. See that? And that's clearly going into, men that's, over you in age, or that's getting up there in age. You see that? It says, and the younger men as brethren, and an elder, according to the scriptures, will be, 60, a physical elder, But it says 1 Timothy 5:2, but it ain't the only way that makes somebody elder. It says the elder women as when you go into the meaning, the elder women as young as mothers. You see, the younger as sisters with all purity. Yeah, it says honor widows that are widows indeed. These are certain. This is just supposed to be the conduct amongst saints in the ministry. You see, so if it's a woman whose husband just passed, don't try to guilt that woman, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, but really, it goes into what a widow. See, let not a widow be taken into the number under 60 years old. If she's 60, she good. You could take her. Having been a wife of one man, will report her for good works. If she have brought up children, if she have lodged strangers, if she have washed the saints' feet, if she have relieved the afflicted, if she have diligently followed every good work. You see, but the younger widows refuse, for when they have begun to wax wanton against Hamashiach, they will marry. See, having damnation because they have cast off their first faith. She need to be focused on Yahweh Shai. You see, because that and she'll fall out. But anyway, if the woman's 60, she good to go. But if she got a lot more that she can be put forth, putting in on this labor, in this ministry. See that? So you run to the younger sisters. So the younger, you treat them as sisters. Period. The elder women, you treat them as mothers. When they in on this faith, and in a general sense, you can, pretty much try to meter it off of these things. We run into an elder woman that don't know she Israelite, or a younger sister that don't know she Israelite. You can treat them as such to an extent, but really it's talking about those that's in on the faith. You see what I'm saying? Because really, if she an elder woman, she don't even know her situation like that too much. It's less damaging if these women will have been in the ministry. You see what I'm saying? Like, we know sister, well, here it is. She had a rep with this man, and you took this sister that's in Israel. You see what I'm saying? Like, it don't make no sense, man. And she under 60. That don't make no sense. But if she wasn't in the ministry, you could take her. You see what I'm saying? Because that's probably how she'll get built up anyway. You meet a sister and that didn't know, and then she learned that she an Israelite, and then she'll come into the faith, but she's going to be saved through childbearing. So that would make sense for that to be less of the case for a younger sister outside of the ministry, or an elder woman outside of the ministry who may have, her husband may have died, So that would make sense to be the way for those that are actually just in versus those that are actually out. You see what I'm saying? So the ones that are outside of knowing, even if she's an elder woman, younger sister, they will be able to come in to build up this for themselves, to fit this, because they necessarily wouldn't. All right. So I just wanted to speak on all that. Okay. By the Spirit. All right. Another one. So we go. They say what? So you're supposed to salute the saints, man. See, Hebrews 3:24. Hebrews 13:24. Salaki, salute all of them that have rule over you. You see, and all the saints, they of Italy salute you. See that? You're supposed to salute the saints. Salute the saints. They in on Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, they supposed to get saluted, man. Because grace has been given to us all. These are men fighting for the grace to draw oneself, salute one, greet, bid, welcome. You're supposed to welcome, wish well to, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah Brakatah, or bid, well, yeah, come in, brother, come on, brother. They laboring. Anybody's supposed to really be able to, because there's only one doctrine. Everybody really supposed to be able to, teach. You see what I'm saying? Together. How men do that under account, but all men might not even know each other, but yet they still come together because of the camp name. You see what I'm saying? But really, it's supposed to be because they're the saint. They're saints in the ministry. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, all the camps do teach different doctrines, but I'm saying it's really only one doctrine. You know what I'm saying? The RFID chip is the mark of the beast. You know, really that's it. You know, multiple women, reincarnation. So these are discrepancies amongst the camps. You know what I'm saying? And that's about it, because everything else is the same. You know, yeah, Esau, the so-called white man, he's Edom. You got Jakes that do think that the Lord name is Yahweh. That matters. His son's name is Yahweh Shah. That matters. So really, if you got men and sisters that know that, it don't matter what camp they with. You know what I'm saying? Because we Israelites, before a camp, you know, the camps was just used to fulfill, you know, all of this. All right. So you're supposed to embrace, greet, salute, to enfold in the arms, you know, show love to these brothers, you know, these sisters, you know. If they obviously if it's a sister that we know without a husband, you know, you want to watch that. But anyway, let's get another one. So this is how you would, you know, act and respond to those in the ministry. All right. Let's go here real quick. So, yes. Matter of fact, we were talking about this by the Spirit. This is Matthew 25. And we just building right now, man. This, like I said, this is one of them lessons you can prepare day, Lord willing, you know. Matthew 25. And just get in you, you know what I'm saying? Get this understanding in you, you know, likewise for me, you know what I'm saying? Especially, you know, if you got a continuous ongoing routine, you can just have it, you know, you need to just be brainwashing yourself really with this doctrine, man. Eat, sleep, breathe is, man. Be immersed. Baptizo. All right. So profit drink. This is Matthew 25. Matter of fact, let me grab this one real quick. But yeah, the Lord said, giving the prophet little instructions for service, 12 to 12 disciples. So he said, you get a prophet drink. This is Matthew 10 and 40. He that receiveth you receiveth me, and he that receiveth me receiveth him that sent me. So you want to, you know, have certain regards to men in this truth, man. You know, if they ain't on your how about Shmuel Shah, really when that brother talking, that's your how Shah talking. You know what I'm saying? That's just to believe, you know, the Lord, he can, you know, he can put the spirit on her. You know, she'll bring forth an act. She'll have a dream or something. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all of the spirit of the Lord. And he control her words too. You know what I'm saying? That's the truth. It says Matthew 10:41, he that receiveth a prophet in the name of a prophet shall receive a prophet's reward. And he that receiveth a righteous man, and that's a saint in the ministry, and the name of a righteous man shall receive a righteous man reward. So, you know, this is a man that's in on the faith, man. And whosoever shall give drink unto one of these little ones a cup of cold water, and only in the name of a disciple, you see, verily I say unto you, somebody that follows, see, that's one of the little ones. Somebody that's a disciple that follow Yahweh Shah. Yahweh Shah shall, verily I say unto you, he shall in no wise lose his reward. All the saints that you take care of, you're going to be fed for that, man. You see, so it don't matter. They follow Yahweh Shah, you know, according to the Spirit. Now we go ahead and get this. And I got one more. I'm going to close out. This is Matthew 25 and 20:42. I'm going to actually start at the good point. Verse 34, then shall the king say unto them, Matthew 25:34, then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, come, ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. For I was an hunger, and ye gave me meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me in. Naked, and ye clothed me. I was sick, and ye visited me. I was in prison, and ye came unto me. Then shall the righteous answer, saying, Lord, when saw we thee and hungered, and fed thee, or thirsty, and gave thee drink? When saw we thee a stranger, and took thee in, or naked, and clothed thee? Or when saw we thee sick, or in prison, and came unto thee. And the king shall answer and say unto them, this is going to happen. Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these, my brethren, saying in the ministry, ye have done it unto me. See that? So this is how you're supposed to operate with the saints in the ministry, man. You know, because if you do otherwise, you're gonna get this part, you know, which is 41. Then shall he say unto them on the left hand, depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire, prepared for the devils and his angels. All right. So that's it. Because they did the opposite. All right. So that's basically that. So let me see. Yeah, this is my last one. So this is how you want to act and respond. The scriptures say, worthy art thou to be praised. So when it comes to praising the Lord, you should act with all reverence, man. I shouldn't even have to bring that out. So I'll close on this. Lord willing, this has been edifying. This is the theme of excellence. See that? Excellence. Beautiful. See, this is Philippians 4 and 9. Those things which ye have both learned and received and heard and seen in me, do. And the God, the Most High of peace, shall be with you. See, that's heavy, man. Verse 8. Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue, and if there be any praise, think on these things. You see, that's it, man. You want to do it's all, the point is this: what? This is verse 12. It says, I know how to be abased, and I know how to abound. Everywhere, and in all things I am instructed, both to be full and to be hungry, both however you need to be, wherever you need to be, whatever moment you need to be, in regard to whatever spirit or person you're dealing with, you need to be both abound and to suffer need, whatever is accepted and decently in order for that moment, you see, or that person, you know, or that saint in the ministry and times. You know, you got different saints in the ministry, prophets, teachers, you know, elder women, younger sisters, etc. Man. So Lord, when it's been edifying, we'll close out and give our honor, praise, and glory to the Heavenly Father, in the name of his Son, Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shah, Hakadas Wakah, the Water Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, for the Holy Spirit. Till next time, Shalom.